Alright, the first flight of the Yamaha BM2 was a success, so I'm going to try to pull out the slightly larger model. See if we can get this. Got a couple of Oxys, an Oxy 4 and an Oxy 4 Max with a 380 size. I'm going to do the 4 Max. I just charged up the batteries for him. This guy is about the size of a Goblin 380, and it flies best with these slightly larger size 1800 milliamp 6S 22.5 volt LiPo batteries. So we'll pull out 3 of those and see if we can make this thing fly like it's supposed to. Tempted to try and flip this guy around. Is that going to work? It might. Let me see. Okay, gotta pull out my second transmitter, which is a V-Control. Charged it up last night. I came out here yesterday, but I couldn't fly because this thing was at like 10% battery after just a few minutes. The nice thing about V-Control is that it generally will initialize and connect by itself. No need to worry about models and which one is what, pairing, binding. It all seems to work, but you gotta pay up front for the more expensive flight controller and the subscription to all the various features they offer. Software upgrade. Boy, that battery's in there in a spot where it's making it kind of tight. Okay, that should work. I remember this guy used to be pretty touchy. Let me just make sure I'm recording as expected. Yeah, there's the airplane. As you can see, we are pretty close to the airport here. Within about 2 miles, 3 miles. And I'm fairly sure that there is, a cordon of some kind, but I would think I'm outside of it, especially since I'm not going above 50 feet here.
Locked, modified.
All right, here we go, boys and girls.
Motor idle, motor on.
The other nice thing about V-Control is that we don't have to worry about the throttle accidentally going to 0 when you go upside down, which is something that has caused multiple crashes for me over the last several years as I've learned to fly. You'll tick off the ground and think, all right, I'm doing good today. Let me just go into the inverted. And then your throttle goes to 0 because you forgot to go into idle up 1. But since V-Control focuses a lot on helicopters, they just automatically set it at idle up 1. And it's got a real nice startup for most speed controllers. Oh, inverted. Yeah, this thing does fly pretty good. Just want to get a view of what the back of this soccer field looks like here. I'm going to turn around. Nice little green wall there, berm for a background. It'd be nice if you were skilled enough to fly at this height and this range, but I'm not. In general, this would be kind of dangerous for me to fly constantly this low. But it's fun. I can see why people would get into scale helicopters. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Okay, where are we at here? Oh, watch out, butterfly. You're gonna be jam if you're not careful. 3 minutes and 20 seconds. I guess that's good enough. Let me bring her in. And the final thing that's really nice about V-Bar is it's got a kind of halfway between idle up and zero, so that you can cruise in for a landing without having to completely
Motor off.
turn off your motor. This heli actually, I think, needs to have the speed control limits endpoints adjusted a little bit, because it takes like 15, 20 seconds to start turning on after you begin the initial flight spool up process. And when you go to that half idle setting, it actually goes to full idle, like zero, almost. The other models I have go to like a partial, maybe like 1/4 speed or something. Okay, let me get this AirPod out of my ear. And make a little mark on the back of this thing. Some of these I've done better at keeping track how many flights they've gone through than others. Nothing like an ice cold drink when you need it. Let me make sure that this is going to go on. This model has a really good fit on the canopy. Some models' canopies are so tight. This one in general is pretty good. It's got a lot of room up front. Okay. Here we go, boys and girls. See, it's taken a good 5-6 seconds before it starts to spool. Which means zero is not quite properly calibrated, it's a little low. All right, 3 minutes coming up. This is the oldest battery that I have, so hopefully it won't overheat. I'm gonna fly kind of gently. It's funny how those bugs think that this is like a mating opportunity or something. I assure you, sir, it is not. Yeah, wow. Oh, and also the V-Bar has a really good governor. You can hear it doing its thing, you know?
Timer 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Okay, that's gonna have to do it for now, boys and girls.
Unlocked, modify, unlocked, modify, unlocked, modify.
I don't think this one has a rescue on it. Some of my other ones do, but I don't think this one does. Yeah, this battery's been around the block and back, so I didn't want to stress it out too much. Oh yeah, of course, that's a mini V-Bar, so of course it does not have a rescue function. All right, I'm gonna end the video here for now. Glad that I could be with my models again for a few minutes at least, and appreciate anybody willing to come along. Thank you for hanging out with me today. From Nashville, this is Endo, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.